Every day, usually in the morning between 5 and 11 a.m., we release our Central Indiana Scoreboard Show. It's awesome. Go listen to it. It's like ESPN Radio Sports Center, but it's designed for Central Indiana sports fans with Pacers fever, Colts, IU, Purdue, IndyCar, and high school sports at the center of it. Of course, we also have major national news. Join us every day for the Central Indiana Scoreboard Show. Do it. What you're listening to now is the Central Indiana Sports Report podcast number 298.4, our NBA Finals Game 5 reaction, and it was a cranky one. Lots of complaining for our team being wins away from the championship. Anyway, our Pacers guy, Mike Rich, was not able to join us. He was at a watch party, but we will have a Pacers report, an NBA report, and Will Rutherford's 5 questions that need answers coming up in the next few days. So, plenty of more chances to hear us complain about the Pacers, even though they're still 2 wins away from the championship.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengel.
Welcome, Pacers fans and NBA fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report. Johnny Furphy is in the game. It is over. Unfortunately, that's not a good thing. Usually when Johnny Furphy's in the game, that's a good thing. Not tonight. Well, the Pacers got within 95-93. Had to love the effort, especially by Siakam in the fourth quarter early, but then it just all fell apart. Maybe the worst a backcourt has played in a quarter in NBA history.
It's soft, so soft. They were just careless, sloppy with the ball. It's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. These are grown men playing a grown men's game, and they played like boys out there tonight. I don't. Nimhard wouldn't have started on my JV basketball team if I was coaching. He played that just god awful, just throwing the ball all around. Halliburton was in the air off his feet and just so ineffective. Maybe the first time I'll ever say that McConnell needed to come in long before he did, because he was seemingly the only pacer in the backcourt that had any answer for Oklahoma City. This is such a demoralizing. This is almost worse than Game 4. Just to come down here and just play this bad. This 13's generous. They played awful for, I would say, 44 of the 48 minutes. They played really well there, that stretch into the third quarter, beginning of the fourth. But other than that, it's just been disgusting to watch.
Absolutely. And look, this Pacers team is not here without Rick Carlisle. This whole plan was his, of how to design a team and create a team that he got to the finals. But if this isn't the worst coached game I've ever seen for a head coach in the NBA Finals, I don't know what game you're looking at, because that was awful what he just did.
It was just like schematically kind of all over the place. Like he did different things at different moments. He didn't really have an answer for anything. I can't help but wonder, why can't Jalen Williams be taken out of the game? Like, put someone on him and just and don't let him get the ball. Deny him ball. If he brings the ball up, great. Then you got to force the ball out of his hands right when he gets past half court, and then make it really hard for him to get it back. And they just didn't do that tonight. Neesmith played a poor defensive game. Matherin came in and offered no relief there either. It just seemingly they've done this the whole time, where it's like their strategy the first 3 series was, we're going to let whoever the star is, we're going to let them get their points, and we're going to try to take away the team outside of that. And this series, it's just been like, let's bring three, let's bring a wing defender up to help on SGA. Let's bring a nail defender over to help them. Just, that's all over the place, and it was lackluster tonight.
Has gone final in Oklahoma City. Final score 120-109 Thunder. They now have a 3-2 lead in the finals. Mike Rich is not going to be able to join us. He was at a watch party, but he and I will talk about this game in the next couple of days. And of course, game 6. So let's talk about it, Will. Before we started, you said the series is over. I disagree. I think the Pacers can make adjustments. I think the fact that they were in this game in the fourth quarter shows that if they play well, they can win these games. No reason to think that they can't. But tonight was definitely discouraging.
I have no faith that Carlisle's going to come in with a better game plan in Game 6 than they had tonight.
He
Where was
has
the
he
game
has
plan
the
tonight?
entire postseason though. Every
But
time they've
why?
gotten beat like this, he's come back with a better
But
game
this
plan.
is the second time they've been beat like this now. It's unacceptable. Just awful coaching. I didn't like his usage of timeouts as far as runs. I thought he let it go on too long. He never uses his challenge at appropriate times. And I mean, he got teed up in the first quarter. I guess I was kind of calling for that after the last game
You
of like,
did call
hey,
for it yesterday.
give your guys a little backing and stuff, and it was rightfully deserved. But he's always just too little, too late. He's slow on rotation. He let that game get way out of hand early in the second quarter. I have zero faith in his ability at this point in this series to come back and have a better game plan than Dag's going to have for the Thunder.
We're joined now by Michelle Garmon of the Tipton Tribune and Elwood Call Leader, and I did get a text from Mike Rich who said the Thunder played like champions tonight, and I got to say I didn't see it that way, and I'm a homer. To me, this was a game that the Pacers lost in my mind. This was just a game that they threw away. And Michelle,
No, I agree with Mike. The Thunder were the better team tonight. I mean, the Pacers made runs, but the Thunder came out and played to win from opening tip to the final whistle. They did what the Pacers did not do in game 4. The Pacers started playing not to lose late in the third quarter, played not to lose in the fourth quarter when they had the Thunder tired. And tonight, the Thunder is the team that wore the Pacers down. The Pacers looked tired by the end. But Will, I will agree with you. I have not been impressed with Carlisle's rotations and substitutions for the last 5 quarters. For the last. Pacers don't have like a Dirk Nowitzki on this team, just a big guy that can score like he did for the Mavericks when Carlisle won that championship. And I just, I, I'll be honest. I think the Thunder have done a better job. I mean, their coach learned. After changing his starting lineup for the first 3 games of this series, he went back to his effective original starting 5 that he'd used through the playoffs. And guess what? They've won both games that he's done that. We didn't adjust to that. The Pacers did not adjust to that very well. I don't like the game plan so much. I think against this team, where they were effective at times tonight was going inside, and we didn't do it often enough. I mean, that is an advantage. And I'm with Will. I'm not a real big fan of Carlisle's coaching the last game and a half. And the technical, that should have happened last game when you had the fans on your side, and that place would have ignited even more had Rick gotten the technical.
yeah,
Yeah,
John,
he,
we welcome in now. We welcome in John Robertson, who's with us. And John, my point is they're within 2 points in the fourth quarter, playing like that. That's a game that I think that they gave away.
Yeah, but I think they gave it away earlier than that. I think they came out sloppy, and
Absolutely.
like you go on a run like that when you don't give up 15 or 18 points on turnovers at the beginning, then you're up by 12 instead of down by 2. So like that game was lost way before that point. But
that's my point.
Yeah,
they did not play well, and it was there for the taking. Is my.
I think they needed to come out and make a statement early, and they did the exact opposite. Like they just let it. They came out and looked. They looked scared. They looked sloppy, and they played bad for the first quarter, and then they just couldn't. I mean, you're done at that point. I know we believe this team can come back from anything, and they proved they almost can. But like you against the Thunder, you just can't continue to let yourself get down that far.
All those freaking Tommy Bradley minutes. What in the world is this? What is happening? On Ben Shepherd, I get a little, but even that, the Ben Shepherd Tommy Bradley thing is just unbelievable. What is happening? You're supposed to go shorter rotations in the NBA Finals, and we're playing a guy who wasn't in the NBA the last 2 years for a reason. What is happening, Rick Carlisle?
I don't have an answer for you. he wasn't as horrible as I expected him to be, but I mean, he shouldn't be out there that long.
No, Obi Toppin should be getting those minutes. I mean,
Yeah, Obi
I
played
would
great.
I would rather go small. I would rather go small than play Evans. I don't even remember what his name. Bradley. I, it's the most frustrating thing. Every minute he was out there, I was frustrated.
Pascal looked amazing. Pascal tried and
TJ McConnell.
TJ. I was trying to think of your little song, and I could. Pascal and TJ, like they had great nights. Hallie looked bad, and he's hurt. If he's hurt, that's not good, and the series is over there.
Man, I saw Isaiah Thomas score 34 points on an injury. Way worse than that. Don't give me that hurt bullshit.
No, I'm just saying if he's hurt, like if he's legit hurt, that like it's probably wraps.
Yeah. If he plays like that, whether he's hurt or not, it's wraps. All right, we're getting yawns, everybody. I think it's time to wrap up.
Sorry, I had a long day.
No, I understand. We got 2 more days before the next game. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it. Like I said, our Pacers guy Mike Rich couldn't be here. We will pick up this discussion either tomorrow night or sorry, producer Susie, either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, and with John Robertson's NBA Finals report, with Mike Rich's Pacers report, and of course with Will Rutherford's 5 questions that need answers. Thanks so much to everybody for listening, and to Will, Michelle, and John for joining the post-game reaction. Sorry I had to get out so fast. It has been a long day for me that included a root canal. So I'm off to bed. We will have our Central Indiana Scoreboard show in the morning, hopefully the morning, sometime early afternoon, if not late morning. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love you, Susie.
I love you too.
Go Pacers.